Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Olays, and welcome back to Project Ozone 2. In the last episode, we became a little overpowered. So last time, we finally were able to make an infinity block. Infinity ingot block, I don't actually know what it's called. Right there was one. It's just called an infinity block. It is a block of infinity ingots, and turns out we can make it alive and auto-spawn it. So that's what we did, and we have this super-powered infinity armor, which actually prevents all damage. We're basically in creative mode now, without the, creative functions. But we're in creative mode with regards to like damage and all that kind of stuff. So we're pretty much invincible. There are still a few things that kill us, but for the most part, no, we're perfectly safe for everything. So we're going to go to the end and take on the Chaos Guardian. Something else we did was I went ahead and made an auto dire crafting table. And I went ahead between episodes and set that up just a little bit. Not much of anything. I just set up the recipe for the eternal singularities. And what we'll probably end up doing is running a line to this with our cables, changing what this has input-output wise, and just blacklisting the infinity star. It shouldn't be too hard to do that, and it should work just fine. The only thing that's a concern is maybe will this fill up too much with other ones? I don't know. Let's actually test this. It's going to go off on the iron. Let's see. What's one of the least required? I think the electrotine is probably the cheapest one. So let's get a stack of those. And it does place them other ways, like other places. So that's a bummer. Anyways, let's see, what can we do? Oh my gosh, I have extra now. I'm just gonna put those down there. So I'll figure out something to do with that. That's not too important today. But what is important is we need to go to the end and we need to fight the Chaos Guardian. So that is required for us to continue on our path to completing this map. And I think the easiest way is just to teleport to the end. Now, the Chaos Guardian is a little bit of an annoyance. And the reason why is because he's really strong, he really hurts, and you have to go very, 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 very far away. Let's go positive, which I think would be this way. So we need to go to 10,000, 10,000. And that is where the Chaos Guardian lives. Once we get there, we shoot him a bunch with the Armageddon, hopefully kill him, and destroy some other stuff. But yeah, this might take a little bit of time. Hey, there's a meteor. Wow, 2 meteors right next to each other. That's really kind of cool. That is a good way to get Draconium. Wait, there's 3? Hold on. There's a ton of meteors. What the heck? There's like 5 here. Maybe Project Ozone modifies. Oh, it's only 1,000. Not as far as I thought. Anyways, we should be completely and utterly safe from all of his attacks. He can't hurt us. And I thought it was 10,000, but I guess it's only 1,000. Yeah, he can't hurt us. It's just gonna be loud. We need to go through and destroy all of these crystals. And then we can attack him. Hey. Because, yeah. Attack is blocked by the crystals. There's a bunch of crystals. Alright, so that wasn't as far of a journey as I thought it was going to be. Oh, those at crystals. Alright, this is really easy because I waited to do this until we had infinity armor, basically. Alright, can we shoot you now? Yes. And He's gonna die very quickly. Alright, one more hit should do it. And there we go. So we killed the Chaos Guardian. So the Chaos Guardian drops... I thought he dropped 2 hearts. Evidently not. Anyways, this island starts to destroy itself. Nothing major there. But what we need to do is dig underneath the island. And there is a chamber down here. Right here. Get all that lovely experience. And there is a Chaos Crystal. So we just picked that up. Let me... Let's see. Dig speed. 100. There we go. Okay, so we have 5 Chaos Shards, which is great. But this place is now going to blow up. So we're going to get out of there. Immediately. I think we can survive that. I actually don't know if we can or not. But let's go back home. And that was the adventure. That's all we had to do to kill the Chaos Guardian. And now we get to do more crafting stuff. So most of the stuff doesn't matter, but what's important is the Chaos Shards. So these things are going to be really useful. We need them not only to make chaotic cores, but also I feel like there's some other stuff we need them for. Maybe not. But yeah, we're going to need the Chaos Cores. We're going to need a lot of those. So, how are we going to get those? We could kill the Chaos Guardian every time. I honestly don't want to do that. It's not difficult, but it's annoying enough. So, we'll kind of wait on that. But let's go ahead and get our quest book out and rearrange our inventory a little bit. Alright, so we have 2 quests done. Real quick, nice and easy. And we've actually almost... Does this unlock anything? No, it does not. So once we complete the chaotic cores, we'll unlock the last quest line, which is actually just 1 quest. It's just this. And we need to supply it with all that stuff, and it will give us the achievement book, which we'll get to. I'm going to tell you guys now, we're not going to fully complete the achievement book, probably. We're going to pick and choose what we want. The quest book is kind of the end game for this mod pack to me, so that's what we're going to focus on. Anyways, let's grab our rewards. Let's take the far right bag, and we get both bags in that. Cool. So we have an epic and we have a legendary. Let's open the epic first on an enchantment table. And chunk loaders. Dang it. All kind of useless things. So, that leaves us with, we need to make the chaos cores. Chaotic cores. These things are not actually that bad. They do require 1 chaos shard each. So, let's go ahead and get the pattern. Like so. And put this in the molecular assembler. Now the question is, we have a quest for it. Do we have to have 4? We have to craft 4. So, cores, we have 4 of those. And we're going to need 12 more, because we need 4 of them. And that's going to take a little bit of time, because it needs to craft all the glowing magnalloy ever. And that's something else we can kind of work on. So, once that is kind of done, we're also going to need the neutronium. And that's it. So we'll put 4 of those. And I think it's like this, right? Yep, okay. So once we get all the other stuff, we can go ahead and make the chaos cores. We'll just have to remember that's there. In the meantime, so let's talk about a few things, where we're kind of at. Once we make the chaos cores, we can start working towards making chaos ingots, which are awful. They require chaos catalysts, which are awful. They require chaotic cores as well as infinity catalysts, which we can start working towards automating that soon enough. That's not awful. I still do need to fix this guy, but we'll get to that. It's not that big of a deal right now. So what is the like plan of action? So we have two options. Okay, we technically have three options. One option is really weird, and I'm not going to do it. There is a way to capture. You can actually place the crystals back down and capture them as a animated block and respawn them in and all that kind of stuff. There's some really weird things with that, and if you want to see that in action, go watch Etho's Lab. He did that in his playthrough of Project Ozone 2. And basically what it amounts to is you have to go into a certain... They can only be placed at certain locations in the overworld that corresponds to math in the end, and it's really weird. Every time you summon one in and break it, which you can auto break it, like you could automate that 100%. But the problem is, like, every time you do that, it's going to cause that explosion. The explosion is huge and very destructive, which we avoided it. But I mean, we could go back to that area. I don't know if it would still activate if it's not chunk loaded. There is a way around that using applied logistics and specifically spatial storage areas. It's really cool. It's a really cool way to do this issue of getting all these Chaos Cores. Alternatively, we could go and just kill Chaos Guardians and harvest them just like we just did. That doesn't seem like fun, though. We're also going to remove that to dig speed. I want no dig speed on this. So the last option is probably going to be the best option, and that is to make a pickaxe, the World Breaker. So fun fact, this pickaxe is strong enough to basically just let you break into the where the chaos shards are, the crystal is, break it and leave without killing the Chaos Guardian ever. So that's what we're gonna do. That's the easiest thing, and that's what sounds like fun to me. So it does require our Draconic Staff of Power. I could make another one of these. I don't think I will. I don't think I'm going to worry about anything here that we like already have. One thing we can do is like the jackhammer. I guess if we get some EMC, let's get some nether stars. Theoretically, if we put that in there, right there's the jackhammer, so we can get that real easy. So let's start working on this. So we are going to need a chaotic core, and we'll put that at the bottom. We're going to need some neutronium ingots. Nothing too difficult there. It's something like that, I think. Yes. The jackhammer is on the third one down. We're going to need a bunch of things, basically. So we're also going to need a bunch of infinity ingots. Just get a stack of blocks or something, that's fine. A stack of ingots. And something like this. And that is, I believe, everything. Yep, okay, cool. So let's start making all this other stuff. Do we have the red matter stuff? I do believe we already have those. So is the red morning star and the red matter pickaxe? We do not. So looks like we need to grab them from in here. We probably need to get some more nether stars. Let's just get like a stack. We'll burn those for EMC. And then we can do red matter pick. And the morning star is like 20,000. Ooh, 2 billion. So nether stars. That is really expensive. Oh, because of the demon steel. We should have that, right? Yeah, we have the morning star. Okay. So those go here and here. We're going to need a dark pick and a flux infused pick. The dark pick should be really easy. The flux infused pick is also going to be, pretty easy. We just need some flux crystals, and 2 obsidian rods. Alright, let's just do that. 2 of those. And there's the flux infused pickaxe. We're going to need an atomic disassembler and an eviscerator, which right there is the eviscerator. Again, not going to worry about like this. We can actually get more of very easily. So it's not that big of a deal. Atomic disassembler is not something we can get easily unless we craft it. Alright, so we have you and like this. So the only things left is we need a destruction pickaxe. So we need some unstable ingots. Can I turn those back? No, I cannot. Stable. We get 3 of those real quick. And there's the destruction pickaxe. Cool. So all we need is the awakened cores, and that's going to take a while. We've got a few, but it's still going to take a while because of the glowing magmalloy. The question is, so far we have plenty of it. This is as fast as it will go, so that's good to know. But yeah, really don't know what to say about that. Alright, so we're making the world breaker. The draconic staff of power, we'll get that taken care of in a moment once we get the chaotic core, and it'll just be a matter of getting all the chaotic cores that we'll ever want after that. So what else can we do while we're kind of waiting? Well, let's go ahead and look at the chaos ingots. So the chaos catalysts. The chaos catalysts are going to require all the wafers from the circuit fabricator of extra planets of Galacticraft. That's kind of annoying. Quantum flux stuff. Oh man, we're gonna have to set up some automation for a lot of this stuff, and that's not a big deal. Some of it we can just manually make. We're gonna want lasers. We're gonna want a lot of lasers. And then all of the blocks, those we can duplicate except for the Minicio blocks. Minicio. This block is just pressed cobblestone, and it is EMCable. Uranium and thorium. That's going to be a little bit of a pain. And there is a question of how we can get that. We'll look into that. But everything else should be pretty easy. Turret bases, I think we already have. So yeah, a lot of this stuff isn't awful. The weatherproofing stuff is craftable. Okay. So the chaos catalysts aren't bad. The chaos ingots do require palladium crystals. So we'll need to set up something for that with the palladium ore. Which we don't have much of. So we're going to have to go back to Jupiter. That is a bummer, but whatever. I can set up the digital miner and call it a day. So one other thing I want to look at is the tanks, the portable tanks, the creative portable tanks. What is it actually called? Creative portable tank. This thing. So this thing requires 6 chaos ingots, which is worth it, to be perfectly honest. We could actually, if we wanted to, use that to make the clean palladium slurry and make the crystals that way. That could be kind of cool. Or we could just use this to make plenty of what we'd want. So one of the hard things right now is the infinity catalyst. All this stuff isn't too bad, but one of the big things is all of these cores, and the glowing magnolite specifically requires a ton of zephirium erythium, so that might be something we want to automate a little bit better. Currently we have cows, and they're doing fine, but let's get the creative tank started to be set up. So we're going to need infinity ingots, and we're going to need some neutronium ingots. So, and we do have one chaos ingot, but we're going to hold off on that for right now. So these go on the sides, and these are the 3 in the center, and like so. Alright, then we need ender tanks, which I believe I have a bunch of. I have 7. I can make more very easily. And they go in here. Not there, not there. Not in those corners. Alright, so that is pretty easy. We're going to need the resonant portable tanks, which these are a little bit annoying, but we can actually teach the system how to craft those. And let's just harden portable tanks. You know what? Let's just tell it how to. No, let's get tanks. I have 1 resonant. We're gonna need whatever tier we can get. Oh, it has all the colors, so we can actually see what's in them. That's interesting. So harden, I think, is the top tier we can get, and we can just do this and get a ton of them. Alright, so we're not going to worry about automating this. Let's get a stack-ish, maybe. That's fine. I said a stack. It's many a stacks. Alright, so how many are we actually going to need? We're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14. And then resonant. Easy enough. Go ahead and throw those in there. Why not? Wrong one. So these go here. And then we are going to need ME fluid interfaces times 4. 2, 3, 4. Easy enough. And we're going to need superlaminar fluid ducts. We can actually get those from here. And not the opaque versions, just the normal versions. And once again, we'll just duplicate those. Okay. Just put those away. And where do those go? Alright. Something like this. Cool. How are we doing on the cores while we're working on this? We have 4 more of those cores. It's still working. Okay. We're getting close though. So let's go ahead and finish this guy off. So we're going to need 2 of the ME, 2 of these. Which is actually really nice because it will clear up all that inventory. And what else are we going to need? We're going to need 2 fluid storage buses and a bedrockium drum. I guess let's put that in there. We'll grab a few bedrockium drums. How do we get the fluid storage buses? Wow, that is complicated. How many of those do we need? Just 2. And then we need silo tanks, which require varnished planks. Alright, we can make those. Varnished. That's such a weird word. Grab a stack of those. And petrified wood chests, which requires petrified wood planks, petrified wood. Ew. Okay. I guess we're gonna have to go find that. So where do things go? These go here. That goes in the center. Because we're gonna need some petrified wood. So I guess while this is processing the rest of the magnaloy, which how are we doing for all that stuff? It's still working, so it's fine. Let's go to the Erebus, I guess. And oh boy, I hate the Erebus. Let's go to the Erebus and try to find some petrified wood. I don't know where to find that, to be perfectly honest. We'll just kind of search around. And shouldn't be too much of a trouble. Like, shouldn't be too much trouble. Fact is, that's nice ore. Nice. I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce that. That is copper. You do have to watch out because the Erebus has spawners in the ceiling. Sometimes, like actual dungeons and whatnot. That is... Alright, what does it look like? This petrified wood. Because it actually has to be that. It cannot be anything else. It's this, like, streakiness. Okay. So... not really worried about anything anymore. That is a diamond ore. That's really mean. They only put like one little piece. Alright, I hate those spiders. I hate all the spiders in this. They're so creepy looking. I'm not entirely sure where to look for this petrified wood. You know, something that would make sense is maybe going towards... what's that? Quicksand. Mud. Maybe looking for something that's more... oh... not necessarily swampy, but swampy? There's some, right there. So... if we can get 4, we could see if we could actually animate it, maybe? Also, there's like swamp gas vents, coal, some really weird stuff. Alright, let's see if we can find any more. If we can get enough for 1. By the way, that is a spawner. Dragonflies, I do believe. There's even a spawner there. No, that's just a plant. Looks like a spawner. Alright, do we see any more? Man, this mod is so creepy. Like, there's other mods, there's newer mods, I think they're newer anyways, that have this, like, similar theme, almost. So the Erebus is very much this... ah! Bog maw. Those things are creepy. That's weird. But this mod very much has this... it's a bug theme, and it's very swampy and whatnot. There are other mods, newer mods. One that comes to mind immediately is the Betweenlands is this very swamp-based mod, and it's not nearly like it's both creepier and not. I don't mind it because oh my gosh, these bugs are so creepy looking. That's what I have a problem with is the bugs. What are these? Pond skaters. Oh, they even sound disgusting. We got a soul. Ew. Alright, what is that? Hydrofuge? Okay. We'll see if there's any more, if I see any more petrified wood. Otherwise, we're gonna get out of here. This is not where I like being. More pond skaters. We're getting a bunch of random things. And dragonflies are really, they grab you. But they really can't do anything to me, so it doesn't matter to me. Alright, let's get out of here. Home. And we'll see if we can turn the planks into actual animated blocks. If we can, great. We can summon some in and call it a day. So let's get rid of everything else. Let's get rid of all this stuff and see if this works. So grab our wand of animation. We'll grab a safari net. And these things will need to be smelted up. And then we'll have the petrified wood. We'll turn this into the planks. Of course we can. I actually pretty much expected that we would be able to do that. So let's go ahead and spawn a handful in. Kill them and then get the last component for this stuff. So exact copy, yes. I'm not going to worry about setting up anything major for this automation because we don't need to. There's no reason to. So we're not going to. It's very much just a let's kill a handful of them. And get, what are we going to need? We're going to need 2 chests worth. So we're going to need 16. So you know what? I'll come back over here once we have a whole bunch spawned. Alright, so how are we doing for the cores? 3 more. Oh man, this is going to take a while. So you know what? Let's try to get this done. And then there's 4, 5. Yeah, so what else do we need for this? It is literally just the chaos ingots, which again we have 1, but we don't have enough for anything else. And that's something else we'll want to auto make. Hey, we got a mob soul. Unfortunately, that does not work. It'll only give us stone. So there's 8. Alright, let's just get out of there for a second. So yeah, once we get access to... there is going to be the problem. We're going to need another sword. And I don't know what sword we want to use. Something that we can look into is Sword of the Cosmos, which is the next sword that we need to make. It requires a Chaos Catalyst and a bunch of ingots. We do have a few Chaos Catalysts, I do believe. We have 1. So, yeah, that's a thing. Anyways, we're getting close. And more importantly, I think we might have all of these guys. 15, 16, yep. Okay. So let's go ahead and turn this off. And animated block, we'll put... Are we ever going to need this stuff again? Petrified silo roofs. No, it doesn't look like anything for that. Probably, yes, we are. Okay, so let's rename this guy so we remember what it is. And it's gonna cost another level. Alright, so we'll just get rid of this, and it is petrified wood, right? That's how you spell it. Looks planks. There we go. Alright, so we should be able to make 1, 2, and then the silo. 2 silo tanks. They go in here, there, and there. Perfect. So I will tell you guys what. I will be right back once we have the draconic cores and all that kind of fun stuff, and then we will make the world breaker and go test it out. So I'll be right back when that's finished. Alright, a little bit later, and actually this didn't take all that long, but we have our 4 chaotic cores. Perfect. So that is the last quest in the Lambda tab, which means that we're done with Draconic Evolution. We're going to take for our right bag, because why not? And we've activated the new quest line, I guess. We have a legendary bag. It's just diamond artifact. Ugh. Is even anything good? No, of course not. Anyways, we are now ready to make our first item. So we need to put the Draconic Staff of Power in there, but this has some stuff I want to get off of it before we do anything. So let's take the inventory out and make sure that this is bare, basically, before we place it in here and grab the World Breaker, which is an amazing pickaxe. We're never going to have to use any other pickaxe, and we need some sort of weapon now. We could just use the Sword of the Wyvern. Let's get those enchanted books. What was it? Reaper, Sharpness, and Looting. Usually what I do. And Looting. And we'll have to just inventory this. Nothing too major, but we'll get some good enchants on that. But this pickaxe is, well, insane. We'll get to that momentarily. So eventually we are going to make the Sword of the Cosmos. That is one thing we need to do. And we could honestly start working towards that, but I don't know that it's worth it right now. We'll keep this up for the time being. You know, let's go ahead and get it set up at least a little bit. So infinity ingots. Okay, so it's like this, and let's see, 1, 2, and then 4. 4, and then that, and then that. Okay. So that is right. We need Vibrantium, which we also have access to plenty of it. Just get a few blocks taken down. And this is... we need 4 of them right here. Next, we need 2 Demon Steel of the 11th magnitude, which is a lot. So I guess let's just get all of this stuff put in here. And we need EMC, things that have a lot of EMC, so compressed cobblestone would be nice. I guess let's go here. Let's turn that off for a moment. And we'll go ahead and turn this guy on for a moment. And we'll get the 11th magnitude demon steel. Shouldn't be a problem or anything like that. And You know what? While we're kind of waiting on that, let's go ahead and do this last quest. So we need neutronium and infinity ingots times a stack, which again is really easy if you take advantage of what we have and the animation rod. So we'll manually submit that. We also need manulin and awakened draconium. Manulin and draconium. Plus we're gonna need bookshelves. I guess that's something we can get here. I don't know how many of these we need. Just one. So let's go ahead and manually submit that, and then we need unstable ingots times a stack. So let's just get 100 of those. That'll be nice and easy. And then do we have some octuple compressed? Oh no, we wouldn't, because it's going to be going into the machine. It'll take a while before we get the actual stuff. But yeah, so... Oh my gosh, lag. Let's go ahead and turn that off for a moment, because there's a ton of them. It works pretty well when I'm not recording. So let's just get 2 stacks of these. That should be more than enough. And what we're going to do is, well, make... That is 1 million. Uh-oh. I think it broke. So if we do something like that, it overflows. 8th, 10th magnitude. We'll get the 10th magnitude ones. And we just need one more. We can turn those into the 11th magnitudes very easily. And oh, it's like barely, it's probably close to being too much. And then the only other thing here is the dark solarium, which I don't even know if we can make right now. Pulsating crystal. You know what? Let's teach the system how to make that. So pulsating crystal plus solarium. And you know what? Nah. Let's just get half a stack of each. And I think it was dark steel. We'll just come right over here and quickly make that, I guess. We only need 2 of those. So we'll get a new sword once we have that, but we'll use the Sword of the Wyvern for now. It'll be good enough. And I don't really care about killing the Gaia Guardian, but before we do, we'll probably need to get the Chaos Ingots. And I don't think there's anything that would be stopping us from doing that, because the Infinity Catalyst requires Gaia Spirit Ingots, which we can easily make. So I'll let that run. Not a big deal. We can get these 2, and then it's just a matter of filling in the rest. So we have 2 things ready, basically. But one of the big things is we're going to need a ton of Chaos Shards. So let's go to the end. And we went positive, positive. I don't want to go positive, positive because of explosions. So let's go south and east. And we're going to just completely ignore the Chaos Guardian. And I want to show off that we can, in fact, do this. But the idea is we're just going to kind of fly around in the end. And then... So here is the islands. As soon as it loads in, there goes the dragon. And we're just gonna sneak down here. And somewhere in here, we will find the crystal. As well as tons of obsidian. There it is. So it's supposed to be protected, but it turns out you can just break it. And the explosion will happen. And we just leave. That's it. That's all we have to do. We also get 20 shards with this. So we get a lot more shards because this thing has fortune on it. So it's just going to be a matter of doing that for a while. Let's do that one more time, and then we're going to get out of here. Let's put that back to home. And yeah, so it's really quite simple. We just do that as much as we want, as much as we need. And it's going to take a second to load. There we go. So right here we go. Break that. And we'll go home. That's it. So we have like 40 shards. So yeah, 40 shards. We get 20 each time. So not too bad. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and call the episode here. I am going to potentially, how bad would it be? I'm gonna kind of plot out kind of the plan of action from here on out. Let's actually, I almost forgot about the unstable ingots. Let's grab the stack of those and manually submit them. Far right bag, we get the achievement book. That is the last and only quest in there, so we only have one more quest in the quest book. And then we'll look at the achievement book. Let's open this. Ooh, a forbidden reward. It's not that good. So the achievement book has a bunch of things. So things like build a completely filled max-size reactor with jelly cryothium and diamond blocks. Break down cobblestone into sand, gravel, and dust using magnetic craft. Automate sieve ores into ingots. I already have done that. I think. 10 all magical crops and harvest craft seeds. I've done a lot of that. Make all carrots. Craft the sword of the cosmos. Craft the world breaker. Longbow of the heavens. Infinity armor. Create 2 tier 7 draconic energy cores. A lot of this stuff is like I don't really want to do. Produce 10 billion RF per tick using non-creative means. Store more power in a mechanism storage group than the max. Wow. Space station stuff. Yeah, a lot of this stuff I don't plan on using. I did the dragon dimlet. Automate glass and stone smelting. I mean, I technically have, but probably not in the way it wants me to. Build tier 2 solar flux panels in a dimension that is always day and use Tesseracts to transfer power. Or processing using pulverizers and elite smelting factories. Yeah. Open stuff. Might do that. Move fluid milking. We have that automated. I mean, is that dark glass? I do believe that is dark glass. Yeah. So technically we've already done that. Digital miner, we did that. Modular turrets. So there's a lot of things. A 5x5x5 capacitor bank. Ours is not quite that big. Use imaginary time block. We did that. No, not magical crop. We didn't do that. We did that. Build another AE system and okay. Kill a wither using Indus pearls. Wow, that would be kind of fun. But yeah, there's a lot of things here. I did that. Oh, any before this does not count. Nah. Alright, so there's a lot of these things that I really don't care to do. But things like gather one of each mob head, obtain a stack of demon steel without using EMC. That's silly. Produce 1 million EMC per minute. So Kappa Mode, creative energy cell. The creative stuff is probably what we're gonna do more than anything. and then call it a day. So we're going to finish off the quest. I want to make a few more things, and we're going to still work a little bit more on this. We need to set up some automation, and I need to kind of figure out what all we need to automate and how much we need it and all that kind of fun stuff, but that shouldn't be too bad. And then we'll get on with the achievements I want to do and go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!